Hey guys, we're back again. It's kind of a little bonus video with Adam Drake's XXXNT Prototype race truck. I just want to show a little difference between a factory XXXNT chassis, and then I have a little added bonus off to the left there. You can see, pretty cool. So this is an Adam Drake. I believe it's an Adam Drake 2, I think what they call the kit. Factory milled chassis, really light. I mean, this thing is super light, really cool. You know, it's not perfect, it's got some scratches, it's been used, but I thought it was so cool. A factory milled chassis from an Adam Drake edition truck. Now this I had extra parts. I added these prototype front bulkhead mounts, which again, I said they're a little bit different, remember? So look at these. See, they got the little space in the front. But if you look at the ones on Adam Drake's truck, you see that that little gap is in the front, or in the back I should say, compared to the front. You can see there. And you come over to this one, and that's like that. So all these prototype parts were different. I don't know what the reasoning was behind it. Maybe whoever was building the truck liked that look instead of this look, or you know, whatever. So I'm going to flip this truck over. The biggest difference with this chassis is obviously from the bottom. And we'll flip this thing over. See if we can do on its side. Maybe not. Okay, we'll do something like that. That isn't too bad. So here is the prototype chassis that we showed earlier with a factory front bulkhead. Okay, oops, factory front bulkhead. Now, these mounts, again, these are prototype mounts, just because I had extra. And again, to show the back mount better, this is the prototype rear mount. Okay, so look at that. That's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see before on the truck. So we can just lay it there. But you can see. I like to show you guys the mill marks. I just hold it up for a second. Let's zoom in. You can actually see some of the marks on that. See, it's the graininess. You know, that's not 3D printed. They didn't have 3D printed back in 2001. Maybe they did, but not this. This was all milled out, maybe by hand or by a machine. So that's pretty cool. I just want to show you guys that. That's a prototype rear hinge for the rear arms. Alright, so let's zoom out and then we'll get back into the chassis. So here's the prototype chassis with a factory bulkhead. Now if you take this factory chassis and you lay the factory chassis right there, you'll see what I'm talking about, how the factory piece comes way up front and mounts to that big gap there. See that? And if you put the chassis kind of side by side, let's see if we can do this. Kind of put them like this. You can see the difference of how the chassis is short, how they just cut the prototype and then they extended the factory piece to match that big gap there. So there's a little bit of a difference if you wanted to know the difference between a prototype and a factory part. Everything else, standard fare, you know, but this piece fits perfectly in that front gap there with the factory part. So that's pretty cool. I just want to show you guys the difference of the two. Pretty cool. So there you go, factory prototype. This is a special chassis, factory milled. And then again, like I said, off to the side we have a little picture, pretty cool. A signed picture from Adam Drake, the van. That's his signature. It's a small picture, it's kind of hard. There he is. It's an old picture. There he is with the XXXNT I believe that might even be 2000-ish. Then we have Adam Drake XXXNT Adam Drake edition, which is pretty cool. And the freaking prices on these are unbelievably stupid. Are these wheels where they say Adam Drake? I think they say graphite on those wheels. I mean, geez, the prices on those wheels, I remember when they were like on eBay for like 40-50 bucks at the most, and I would, even back then I didn't want to pay the money for them, but now they're like $100 for a pair. So ridiculous price on just those wheels. But there you go. You got a little cool picture. There you go, Adam Drake. Let me see. Let's zoom out. You got the picture. Let's put the truck up right. Be a little bit cooler. We got Adam Drake picture, signed picture with his prototype truck with a factory Adam Drake 2 chassis, factory mill chassis with a couple little prototype extra parts I put on there. So how cool is that? That's cool. Actually, let's make that picture a little bit better. Let's put that there with that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Factory chassis, prototype truck, signed picture. Like I said, this is just a little added bonus video for you guys. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this, just to show a little differences between the factory part made it to the prototype part with a prototype chassis, just to show the differences. If you guys never have owned one of these, now you know little differences. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to watch even more differences, and you'll see how, like, the top plate, check out my other video, which is the bench built Adam Drake truck that I adapted the extra prototype chassis to, and that's all factory parts with just a prototype chassis. So that's a pretty cool video. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and keep watching. Take it easy.